Looking down there, okay, between those two? Great. Let us know when you're good to go. You're good? Look, thanks everyone for coming out. The Greens said when Donald Trump was elected that Donald Trump would be a threat to peace and to democracy, and tragically this recent announcement that we've seen today is further proof of this. This is wrong. This is the end of international law. This is Donald Trump talking about the takeover of another country, potentially by force. The Australian government must make it clear that it opposes this move that is in clear violation of international law. Whatever one thinks about the situation and the conflict in the Middle East, this is clearly wrong. Australia also, unfortunately, has a very poor record in the past of simply following the United States into any conflict. The Australian government must make it clear that it opposes this recent announcement from Donald Trump, and also that it will play no part in implementing it.
Hi everyone. Donald Trump's decision to end UNRWA's funding is an attack on global human rights, it is an attack on international aid, and it is an attack on the Palestinian people in the greatest time of need for them. The Albanese government must take a strong stand and forcibly condemn this shameful decision instead of sitting idly by and let Donald Trump take one outrageous decision after another. Minister Wong must get on the phone immediately to her US counterparts and push and put pressure on them to reverse this decision to cut UNRWA funding and to withdraw from the UNHCR. The Albanese government can't keep wringing their hands or looking the other way. They must step up where the US has failed and increase funding for UNRWA, which is life-saving for the Palestinians. The Albanese government has been complicit in the genocide in Gaza, and they have failed to take strong action against Israel's war crimes. But surely, even they must denounce Trump's move to take over and own Gaza.
With this latest threat of direct military attack by Donald Trump, the question millions of Australians are asking is, where is the red line for the Albanese government? We've now seen President Trump threaten military attack on Panama, a military attack on Greenland, and a military assault on Gaza. When the Defence Minister was asked twice, would Australia participate in a US military assault on Panama and Greenland, he twice ducked the question. On each occasion, using it as an opportunity to praise President Trump and to commit to working with President Trump. It is extraordinary that Minister Miles has failed to say loudly and clearly that Australia would take no part in any military attack on Greenland or any military attack on Panama. Now we see President Trump emboldened to threaten military assault on Gaza. Is this the red line for the Albanese government, where they come out and say clearly Australia will have no part in any US military assault on Gaza? And we need the Albanese government to also come out and clearly say that no US base in Australia will be permitted to be used in any of these military assaults, these illegal military assaults by President Trump, whether it's Greenland, Panama, or Gaza. We need the Albanese government to, at least at this moment, say that international law matters for them and that no Australian troops will be involved in any of these illegal attacks by President Trump.
Any questions?
That you talked about the Albanese government needing to condemn these moves, be very clear they're not going to back them. Just to be clear regarding the Australia-US alliance, is the alliance, do you want the alliance to stand? Do you want that relationship to change? Are you charging the alliance? It doesn't mean anything practically to that alliance when you're looking at Donald Trump's presidency.
Well, I'm talking about this decision today, and this decision today, and what the Australian government's response to that will be. This is the end of international law. This is the United States talking about taking over another country. That is what the Australian government needs to reject and say also that Australia will play no part in this decision.
A lot of the international sort of rhetoric around Trump at the moment is very careful to not anger them, I guess, in fear of tariffs. Do you think Australia could afford US tariffs if it meant us taking a different ideological stance or a different approach towards that?
Look, this is about international law and upholding principles of a rules-based international order. This is about saying that it is not okay for one country to say that it is going to take over another, potentially using force. This is really straightforward. This is wrong. And Australia should say this is wrong. When other countries have said that they're going to invade, Australia has rightly said that they oppose it and will play no part in it. Now, it should be the same here. International law should apply.
Mr. Bandt, the Australian government's policy is for a two-state solution in which Israel and the future Palestinian state coexist peacefully within internationally recognised borders. Given what Mr. Trump has said today, has this blown up any concept of a two-state solution ever being achieved or actually being, strived for?
This announcement from Donald Trump puts peace further out of reach. It makes the world a less safe place, and it is clearly in breach of international law. And if the Australian government wants to pursue peace and ensure that international law is upheld, then it must oppose this move from Donald Trump.
Last question.
Just on climate, sorry if I can quickly, Mr. Bandt. Employers supplying food to supermarkets and cafes, they have over the last few days talked about their concern with the 80% renewables target, worried about increased energy prices, wondering if maybe we need to ramp up more gas to do the fill any gaps in energy. What is your concern? What is your response, to the concern, particularly from crude producers, about the renewables target? Is that as part of the transition there will be a bit of pain, or do you have any other?
Look, right now, around Australia, there are people whose homes are being destroyed and who are in fear for their lives because of climate change-fueled extreme weather events, fires and floods that are fueled by coal and gas. Now, it is utterly astounding that at the same time as people are in fear of their lives and are seeing their homes destroyed, that there are calls now for even more coal and gas, which will just put even more people in this country at threat. If we want to ensure that we face fewer risks from floods and fires and droughts in the future, and that we protect our economy as well as protecting lives and livelihoods, then we've got to stop opening new coal and gas mines. There seems to be this massive cognitive dissonance going on from Labor and Liberal at the moment. Labor and Liberal say they're concerned about the fires and floods that are ravaging Australia at the moment, and then they come to Canberra and they back approving over 30 new coal and gas mines, and then big corporations come out and call for even more. No, these big corporations and Labor and Liberal are putting Australian lives at threat by backing more coal and gas. What does it mean to tackle the climate crisis? It means stopping opening new coal and gas projects. Australia is blessed with so much sun and wind. We could be powering ourselves with renewable energy, backed up with storage, and instead you have big corporations, Labor and Liberal, all saying they want more gas and more coal. Well, that is going to put Australian lives at threat. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.